It is Friday morning. Good morning. Good morning. October 10th. And for many of us, homecoming weekend. I know Crevonte will talk more about that epic weekend in the area and throughout a lot of the HBCU community as well. But first things first, we got some work to do as it is still football season, week 6, and we are in prime time form. That's right, Monday Night Football. Another primetime slot for the Washington Commanders, and of course, joined by the right-hand man, the Commanderlorain, one half of the Founding Fathers, the voice of reason and the captain of the goofy ship, Crevonte, baby.
Those haters can't stand us. Left hand Commanders. We fight for RDC. Who are we?
Jam. Oh, jam.
Big weekend for you, my brother. Appreciate you making some time.
Oh yeah, always, man. Yeah, big game. We got a big game on Monday. And tomorrow is my alma mater's homecoming. The Morgan State University, the national treasure. So it's gonna be a busy it's gonna be a busy weekend. You know, my guy, our guy Dre, is gonna be all over the place. I cannot keep up with him anymore. I'll be honest with you. I can't keep up with him anymore. He has a lot of what the kids say, YN energy. He has a lot of that. I ain't got it no more. I'll be completely honest with you. I got 1, maybe 2 events. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I'm taking it down, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. But big game against the Bears. Big game. It's a lot of storylines between us and the Bears right now. Obviously, we got Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels being number 1, number 2 overall picks. We have our debacle with Ben Johnson that, you know, basically gave us the switcheroo, pulled his name out the hat, went back to Detroit for another year. He had some comments that said, you know, we ran by a bunch of basketball players, you know, they're basketball guys, I believe he said. And then also we beat his last game in Detroit. We beat him. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of animosity. Now the Bears fans, I don't know what's gotten into them. They trying to make this a rivalry. Be honest with y'all, we do not care. We do not care that much. But yeah, it's a lot of storylines and a lot of reasons why there should be some angst, you know what I'm saying, between these two organizations. So it's all fun.
Make sure you guys hit that like button in the chat, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, vote on the poll, let us know who wins. Lots of content coming this weekend. We're working through it, getting the Commanders content out to you. Alex, I see you. Ace, Miss Shavonda, Dawn. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this morning. But most importantly, Crevonte, got to jump in the flex zone time machine, the vault, because last time the Commanders and the Bears played, this happened. Let's get it on full screen.
I feel as though it was a good game because it was close. Like, I feel as though we won, for real.
A few moments later.
What I say? What I say? We won! What I say? We won! We won! What I say? What I say? We won! We won!
The moment that birthed this here collaboration, Crevonte, the post games, the previews, all the stuff we do for the Commanders, started from this game a little bit over about a year ago now.
What was that October?
I think it was October. Yeah.
Man, it was great, man. And you know, I was so frustrated through that game because they just look so flat, and I'm like, there's so many opportunities missed, so many opportunities left on the field, and I'm like, wow, this is gonna suck talking about this on the Flex Zone podcast. And wow. And also remember, well, I didn't know that Jaden Daniels confirmed this when I think he was doing a commercial with Jay Jetta and another player, I can't remember, but another young superstar. I can't remember who it was, but he was like, yo, they was looking back at the game, he's like, yo, I had broken ribs because he had jacked himself up, I think, the game prior. And we were low-key, I think we might have been on a losing streak at that time as well. So he went out there with broken ribs. Dude, that was 65 air yards as well. So listen, man, my sometimes you know, when you laugh too hard, it's like my stomach, my ribs, you know what I'm saying? And for him to be able to throw a football 65 air yards is crazy. So that solidified himself that I think fortunes are changing in the nation's capital for the Commanders team, because good things like that never happened to us, like never back in the day. But I just think, you know, fortunes are changing.
Speaking of changing, when you change into your fit on Monday night, Crevonte, we're conquering the night. All
You already know
black.
what it is.
All
Already
black.
know. Already.
Yes.
You already know. Already know what it is. And just fitting that was the last time, you know, that was our jersey that we wore, you know, in that game. So it's only fitting that, you know, we come back out on a good Monday night with those same jerseys. And those are my favorite jerseys, if, you know, if I'm being honest with you.
Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, Heisman Trophy winners, number 1, number 2. That's going to be the big storyline. What do you think about these two so far? Obviously, Jaden gets the NFC Championship game in year 1. Caleb Williams undergoes a coaching change. Looks a little better this year under Ben Johnson. Helped their offensive line. They got some good weapons. How you feel about these two moving forward? Are these two of the young heavy hitters in the NFC?
I think Jaden Daniels is. Caleb Williams kind of stumbled out in a, like, you know, in the race. He stumbled out the gate. Jaden Daniels kind of, ever since week 3 when he threw that pass to Terry McLaurin against the Cincinnati Bengals, that was his stat that said, like, I'm here, and he just continued to build off of that. Went to the playoffs. He has 2 playoff victories in his first year. 2. Go all the way to the NFC Championship year 1. And it's enough, you know, enough said. You know, this roster wasn't great, you know what I'm saying, last year. We're still trying to flip the roster from, you know, from previous eras. So Jaden Daniels, I think, is unfortunately ahead of, fortunately ahead of Caleb. This is the first time a number 2 is ahead of a number 1. But Caleb Williams, I think, has finally got a coach that's going to hone in on his skills and you know, make him better, and, you know, got to settle him down, because when he was at USC, he was the playmaker, you know what I'm saying? But Ben Johnson's more of a, hey, run my offense, you know, so you have to be disciplined in that, and you know, hit the guy when he runs the route. even if he's not open, throw him open. Like, you have to do certain things. You got to change certain mechanics about Caleb. You can't just free backyard it every single play. It's great that you have the ability to do so, but you can't do that every game. And Ben Johnson not that kind of coach. And we've been seeing some better results. He looks way better now under Ben Johnson in this short amount of time than he did all of last year. But I think my guy is it's a little better.
Let's look at the injuries, because the Commanders have a few. Obviously, with the Monday Night Football, like I was telling Crevonte, everything is pushed back a day. So the first day of practice was literally yesterday. Practice today, obviously, but Scary Terry McLaurin, Chris Rodriguez looking like probably not going to play, but Debo had a rest day. He looks like he's good to go. John Bates, Noah Brown looks like he's on his way potentially back. Sam Cosby, another week of practice, and Jaden Daniels, a full week of practice. Crevonte, gotta love what you're seeing with those names potentially coming back.
Oh yeah. I think where our offense is now, it's exciting to think that we can take another step. Like, we could hit another gear once Terry McLaurin and Sam Cosmi comes back. Oh my gosh, I think that's going to solidify the offensive line. And Terry McLaurin coming back, just being able to spread defenses out. Shout out to John Bates. I think he's one of the best tight ends as far as blocking is in the NFL. Him and Ben Sinnott, it's Sinnott or Sinnott, something like that. But those two on the field, our run game is crazy. I was able to watch some other film. I was literally watching other guys break down film of different plays where Bill Krosky-Merritt was, sprung open. A lot of key blocks was by Ben Sinnott and John Bates. John Bates means a lot to this team in the run game, and I'm glad that looks like he's trending to playing. Also, Trent Scott. I love what Cliff Kingsbury's doing with the offense, putting Trent Scott in at tight end and then putting John Bates and Ben Sinnott on the field. Like, it's absolutely crazy. And our run game is, if I'm not mistaken, we might be statistically the best running game in the NFL. I believe we average over 150 yards on the ground, which is amazing, because Jaden Daniels don't have to be Superman every play or every game. So yes, Sam Cosmi coming back, Terry McLaurin potentially coming back. He probably, I'm not sure if he'll play. I think he's more so probably gearing up for the Dallas game, but I know he wants to play because remember Stevenson, Tyreek Stevenson, and our wide receivers was going at it. Because he was the one talking all that trash and the one that happened to tip the ball and Noah Brown catches it. So I know he probably wants some, not some get back because you won, but he probably wants to see them again. So I know Terry Malone is really going to push the play, but I'm not sure if he's going to play. Sam Cosmi, I'm not sure if he's going to play, but I definitely think the next game, because I think our next game is against the Cowboys. They will be in uniform against the Cowboys, but I love the direction that they're trending in. Noah Brown, I'm not really sure. He's been practicing more, but he's iffy. It's just I would love to have him and Terry in there because these are guys that was here in the first act. So I'd love to see him for the second act, but it's that's not what it's about. It's about their health and them being 100%. So I'm actually feeling very optimistic about our injury report.
Real quick to the Bears, no Jaquan Brister, Grady Jarrett, no Kyle Manange, no Darnell Wright. Kyler Gordon was limited, really good defensive back. Jonah Jackson limited. Colston Loveland, the guy we talked about as well, limited as well. What do you think about the Bears injury report now? Their defense is a little bit underachieving, in my opinion,
Absolutely.
so far this year. Montez Sweat, shout out to him, former Commander.
Yeah.
But the defense, I know we know about Brent Johnson coming in, but I thought the defense would be the key to this team. Kind of not as good as we thought, some injuries, but how you feel about this Bears injury report and kind of them so far? They're 2-2, and real quick, the Bears and Commanders have played 54 times, Crevonte, 7 postseason games, 2 of the older franchises in the league.
Yeah.
The Bears have won 25 games, but the Commanders, Crevonte, have won 28 games with 1 tie in there as well.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the quarterback, him being limited because again the defense is already, again, as you said, underachieving. When once upon a time, not too long ago, the Chicago Bears used to be able to hang their hat on the defensive side of the ball, and things are shifting to more of an offensive run organization, and I feel like it's hurting the defense. Colston Loveland has not been, he's not what we talked about. He has not been what we talked about in our draft coverage of him. Tyler Warren is the man in Indianapolis, and crazy enough, I didn't think Colston Loveland was going to go before Tyler Warren, but he did, and I'm like, maybe Ben Johnson, maybe he'll have something for him. And Colston Loveland has not been it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if he's having trouble figuring it out, but he has not been it thus far. And Tyler Warren has hit the ground running, and he's low key looking like Brock Bowers from last year. And I didn't see too many other key guys on there, but those are the 2 names that jumped out to me as far as their injury report.
All right, Crevonte, I'm going to let you roll to your keys to the game because Monday Night Football, prime time, another prime time for the Commanders. And this could be a big-time game when it comes down to potential seeding in the NFC. What are your keys to victory for the Commanders on Monday night?
So I have a couple. I go over offense, defense, and, of course, special teams. I feel like this is going to be a constant key. I'm going to say it every week. A constant key, no matter what, for the offensive side of the ball. Protect Jaden Daniels. Protect the quarterback. He is the keys to everything. When he is healthy, if the game is close in the end, we have a shot. We absolutely have a shot. So I've been praising the offensive line as late. Chris Paul may have found a new home at a left guard. Again, I'm sure I'm still not sure what's going on with Brandon Coleman, but Chris Paul has been looking really good. I think in 3 games, he hasn't given up any pressures, any sacks, anything of the sort. And of course, Laramie Tunsil is Laramie Tunsil. Our center, Tyler Badass, he's great. The rookie, like I said before, Josh Connolly Jr., he went through the gauntlet early. So now, he can run downhill with everybody else because them first couple weeks, he went up against some heavy hitters. And now that part is over, he's looking better. And right guard is kind of the position where we still mix and matching. We got, Andrew Wiley, Allegretti, guys that's pretty much there. Just holding it down until Sam Cosby comes back. But again, protecting Jaden Daniels is the biggest key on offense, maybe the biggest key of all. Continue to establish what's already been established in the running game. Like I said earlier, if I'm not mistaken, I think we are statistically the best running team in the NFL right now, averaging a little bit over 150 yards on the ground. Again, that keeps us balanced and keeps the defense off balance. And again, this is a defense that has not been as good as it has been in in recent years. So us being able to stay balanced is important. And also with the running game, we can win with a consistent running game. We can win time of possession, and that was a big key of how we won a lot of games last year was winning, time of possession. Next, third down efficiency. We have to stay on the field. Again, goes into time of possession. If we can stay on the field third downs, their defense gets tired, our offense gets better, our defense stays our old defense, stays off the field, which is a beautiful thing, and we keep drives going and put points on the board. Last key on offense, we need somebody outside of Debo to produce. Luke McCaffrey had a big catch, a big 50-yard bomb last week. Jalen Lane had a key third down catch. So we just need somebody outside of Debo to contribute in the passing game. All right, defense. My biggest key for defense is win the turnover battle. You see what can happen when we get turnovers. The game can flip and one way or another with turnovers. We have to win a turnover margin. My turnover margin is 2. If we could win the turnover margin by 2, I think we can. One, I think we'll win, but also we'll have more opportunities with the ball. That's 2 extra possessions that you're giving to Jaden Daniels and his offense. And just like you saw from the Chargers, a game could kind of get out of hand, when with the turnover or 2. Let's see what's next. Romo Dunze has been in the end zone a lot. We have to find a way to contain, to be able to contain him in the passing game. Romo Dunze seems to be his favorite target, and especially in the red zone, like he's pretty much the guy. And my last key is obviously we got to get Caleb Williams on the ground. Once Caleb Williams starts toe tapping, I think we got him. I think we got him, and having him second guess himself, I think that's going to bode well for our our defense. And also we got to stay out of even though this is probably more of an offensive one, so I'm gonna flip it for defense. On offense, you want to stay out of third and long, and defense, third and short, we got to be able to get off the field on third downs. Be able to get off the field. Because again, defense is old, defense is pretty slow, especially in the middle. Find a way to get off the field on third downs. Special teams. This is probably one of my constants. Create a big play. I talk about this every week. Special teams is also one of those sides of the ball where it can flip the game. A key fumble recovery, a block kick, whether it's a punt or a field goal. Those things can flip a game, a huge run. Luke McCaffrey and Debo Samuels have been doing a great job with kick returns. Jaden Lane, I don't know, he probably hasn't been getting that many opportunities on the punt return side of the game, but being able to get decent returns in those, on the special team side of the game is very, very, very important. It could jumpstart an offense. It can, a big turnover and a big score can completely flip a game on its head, which is great, which is what we're looking for on our special teams. And of course, Matt Gay, listen, a few games ago, I wanted you gone. Now you've been 100% since. Keep it up. Now, I don't want to see him kick it, field goal kicking 4 times. I rather, because if we're kicking 4 times, that means we're not being our best on offense. If he's kicking 4 field goals, 4 extra points, all right, now is great. 4 field goals, no. But no matter what, we need you 100%. All extra points, all field goals, 100%. And we all know Tressway is going to be Tressway. So, those are my, few keys to the game.
As you mentioned, Crevonte, 5.9 yards of rush, number 1, 156.4 rush yards a game, number 1, 1.4 rushing touchdowns a game, number 4, and the Bears defense, Crevonte, 6.1 yards of rush, 32nd. If you're wondering who 31 was, that is the Baltimore Ravens, by the way. 164.5 rush yards per game, 31st. So the Bears defense, like we said, not able to stop the run. Commanders, like I said, looking like an old Ravens team with the way they're running the ball. Our boy Bill, offensive rookie of the week again. I mean, this running attack and this offensive line is only going to get better, as you mentioned. You guys have something here potentially, Crevonte, and like I said, Cliff Kingsbury is cooking it up.
Oh yeah, for sure. Again, I love what he's done with the offensive line and adding in players like Trent Scott and Ben Sinnott. And we were talking about Ben Sinnott since it's like, all right, man, what are we doing, man? Because you got to step up. And the crazy thing is, he stepped up big time in the pass blocking game. You know what I'm saying? So him paired with John Bates, and you put in Trent Scott at tight end, we looking crazy and just moving bodies. And Bill breaks a tackle or two, and he's gone up the field 40 yards. You know what I'm saying? So an offensive run attack like that, and then it's like, oh yeah, we still got JD5 too. You know what I'm saying? So it's natural that if we're number one against running the football and they're last against the run, I think it's only right that we run the football. Like, Jaden Daniels should not be throwing the ball a bunch, you know what I'm saying, this game.
All right, Crevonte. Let's look at, can't forget from a betting perspective, the spread and the weather. Now, there's going to be some rain in the fall. It should be cleared up by Monday. And we're looking at a 4.5 point spread or under. How you feel about those numbers, and what are you thinking about that from that perspective of the game?
I think Vegas believes that the Commanders are a better team. I think when you are favored by more than a field goal, that's pretty much what the numbers are saying. The Bears are going back to the scene of the crime. It's going to be a ruckus crowd. I think was it raining the last time we played them?
It was like ugly weather. Yeah, it was like an evening game. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. But also it looks like they think it's going to be a high scoring game because with it being in the 50, they look like they think a lot of points are going to be scored in this game. But with the Bears being 32nd against the run, it very well could be, because that just screams play action, Debo across the middle, Luke McCaffrey deep, Jalen Lane across. That's what it screams. So the Commanders, I'm feeling it like this could be a 30-point plus game offensively for the Commanders.
All right, Crevonte, the people want to know who you rolling with on Monday night in prime time. Feels good to say that, by the way.
Sure. Yeah. I'm rolling with the Commanders, man. I'm rolling with the Commanders. This is an opportunity to get back to get this, winning streak going. Put the Bears where they need to be, in the dirt, and solidify that. Even though, again, this is the Bears continuing to say like they got the better guy. Like, nobody believes that. But every time we meet Jade and Daniel, this is your opportunity to confirm again that Jaden Daniels is the better guy here. So yeah, I'll take the Commanders to win. Now, as far as a score, I feel like this could be like a 33-24 game for the Commanders. A 33-24 win. Just one that we win by, 2 possessions.
Well, Crevonte, as we kind of transitioned last night, there was a big game which we briefly talked about, sound check in the NFC East, as now the division crown doesn't seem so far-fetched, Commanders fans, as the New York Giants defeated the Philadelphia Eagles dominated them, really, 34-17. Now the Eagles 4-2. Commanders win. They be 4-2. Crevonte. My boy Cam Scatterbo, 3 touchdowns for Giants rookie that since 1971 at the running back position. What happened last night in the Meadowlands?
My gosh. On a short week, first of all, both these teams came off L's. So it was no momentum from either side. Like the Giants lost to arguably the worst team in football, and the Eagles gave up a 2-touchdown lead to Bo Nix and them, who came to Philadelphia and gave them an L. So it was no momentum going into this game. No Malik Neighbors for the Giants. Now, Jalen Carter did not play. I got a notification that he was going to be out. Like he didn't play at all. Also, Quinyon Mitchell, he got hurt in this game as well, and then he was eventually down. I think he had a hamstring. So they ran amok. No Jalen Carter. The Giants literally and figuratively ran amok. Jackson Dart was doing whatever he wanted to do. Cam Scatterbo got to the end zone twice. Crazy to say this, the Giants controlled this game pretty much the entire time. Jalen Hurts threw his first interception. I believe this is his first pick of the season. I don't know. There's been some concerns on the Eagles' offensive side of the ball. We kind of talked a little bit before we got on air. AJ Brown is obviously not happy. Even when they were undefeated, he was not happy. And oh boy. Losing. Winning covers up everything. Winning cures everything. But when you start losing, all that other stuff gets it's like under a microscope. It's under a magnifying glass now. It gets over exaggerated now. So now I heard Devontae Smith has issues. Obviously, I talked about AJ Brown already. They said it was reported that Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, and AJ Brown had a 2-hour, I think it's like a 2-hour meeting or something like that, 1.5 2-hour meeting. And after their loss, they asked AJ Brown about it. He said he don't recall the meeting. So let the turmoil commence with the Eagles. They were dominated on both sides of the ball. We know how good the Giants D-line is, and we also know how good the Eagles offensive line is. But the defensive line, I believe, won that matchup. And of course, no Jalen Carter. They couldn't stop the run, man. Just Scatterbo and that offensive line was doing whatever, you know what I'm saying, they wanted to do. And Jackson Dart, it's crazy to think that Russell Wilson was started for this team at the beginning of the year, man. It looks like Jackson Dart should have been starting the whole time. He brings a different element to this Giants offense, even without Malik Neighbors. So, and look at this picture. This is the picture that symbolizes the Eagles right now, especially the Eagles in this game. Like, what's really good? And Saquon Barkley was saying, like, the offensive mindset, it basically isn't where it needs to be. The offensive coordinator is under fire right now for not having the proper feel for the game. Saquon Barkley is definitely not Saquon Barkley of last year, man. But the Giants came to play, and their secondary looked a lot better. So that's tough, man. But you know, those NFC East matchups are always kind of funny. So, you know, it is one of those things where they called them slipping on a short week, and look at this. Look at them. They look like a rock band.
They in there flipping, Scatterbo flipping and doing gymnastics and Dart.
Man. Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah.
So Yeah, the Eagles are on an official losing streak right now, and turmoil is not good. So I don't know what Nick Sirianni going to do, but got to gather up this team. But AJ Brown looking like he want to get traded.
I agree. And Crevonte, another good quarterback potentially in your division. I know you love to hear that. I mean, regardless of what we say about the Cowboys, Dak is playing at an MVP level. I like
Yes.
Dak. I think he gets, as bad as their decisions off the field have been in management, he's playing like an MVP with no CD Lamb, by the way. I mean, we know JD5, he's potentially an MVP candidate himself. Jalen Hurts did win the Super Bowl regardless of his numbers. And now possibly Jackson Dart. That could be interesting. And you got to see them again too, Crevonte, later this year. Like
boy,
you even forecasted that. You said you're not looking forward to going back up there because you knew this brother would be playing.
I said that. I was like, by the time we caught the Giants at a great time because I was like, Russell Wilson, he ain't God. But it's crazy because after that, they had that historic game with the Cowboys where they lost by 3. But I figured we would win that first game, but I was like, I know Jackson Dart's going to be playing this game. Like Russell Wilson's not going to make it through this year. And what Jackson Dart has to offer, I was like, we are going to beating them like we did the first time is not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy at all. And who knows, is Malik and Malik he tore his ACL, so he's out for the year, so he's not coming back. So we got to deal with Dart and Scatterable. So that's not going to be fun. So, wow, legit, everybody got a quarterback. So, NFC East, get y'all defenses together.
All right, Crevonte, week 6 already. What are you looking forward to? We got another international game. We got, Kyler maybe out this week. A lot of games of intrigue. What you looking forward to this week?
I'm sorry. My bad.
I thought I was tripping. I'm like, no, I said something. That's all good. All good. Just making sure.
When we were doing our picks, I felt like a lot of the games like we pretty much agreed on. Go down for me. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't. Browns.
I did pick the Panthers, by the way. One of my upsets is the Panthers.
I did. Me too.
Yes.
Yep. Me too. I like the Panthers because they're at home. They play better. And also the Cowboys defense isn't great. Saints and Patriots, like Steelers and Browns.
Real quick, Quinshon Judkins looks really good, Crevonte. If you want to sprinkle some money on an anytime touchdown, Quinshon Judkins. Last week I told y'all Tyler Warren for the Colts. I think Quinshon Judkins this week. Look out for him.
Yeah. We're on to something. I think I should I should entertain that.
Maybe.
I don't. But yeah, man. I don't know. I think
Seahawks and Jaguars, Crevonte. That's gonna be a good one.
Okay, Jaguars are playing some good football. Yes. Jaguars are playing some good football, man. Trevor Lawrence maybe turning the corner, but their defense is the is what's making this team go. Seahawks coming from west to east. But the Seahawks play better on the road too. I actually think I picked the Seahawks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I did too. I
picked the Seahawks in this game. But
Mike McDonald, Crevonte, I think 10-1 on the road as a coach.
There we go. That was the stat. Yeah. The Rams and Ravens would have been good if the Ravens didn't look how they look now. This game would be one of the games that was like, oh my gosh, the Rams and Ravens. Who knows? Maybe a Super Bowl preview. You know what I'm saying? But nah, not now. Not now. Who's playing Sunday night?
It is Lions Chiefs. That's a good one.
Okay. Lions Chiefs. 49ers Bucks. Could possibly be a good one. I'm not sure who's going to play because I heard Mac Jones is kind of iffy too. Bengals and Packers. That would have been a good one if Joe Burrow was playing.
Joe Flacco to start, by the way. He will start for the Bengals after just getting traded this week.
Jesus Christ.
They did beat the Packers, the Browns. I mean, just saying. They did beat them.
Fair. The crazy things have happened.
Yes.
So it looks like I'm looking forward to the Sunday night, Monday night.
Yeah, doubleheader on Monday. I did pick the Falcons. I know it looks crazy. I just feel like the Bills defense, Crevonte, can be got. With
Absolutely.
Bijan, Drake London, Kyle Pitts. I think maybe now, hey, keep Josh Allen in the pocket. Let him throw 50 times. That may be the formula. He may give you one. So we'll see in that dome. Atlanta will be rising up. It's off a bye. That's one of my going out there on a limb picks this week.
No, fair, and I can see that, but and again, it would be fitting for them to win because I didn't pick them. That's how the Falcons and that's how the Steelers do me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's absolutely crazy. But that second part of the doubleheader is it like Sunday night and that Monday night Commanders Bears. Those are the games I'm looking forward to. Yeah, this week is not great, mainly due to injuries and stuff like that. But this week is not as great. Looks like the Vikings and the Texans are on byes. Yeah, I mean the Sunday night, I guess the primetime matchups are the ones that are the ones I'm looking forward to.
All right, Crevonte, I think that's pretty much all we got today. Any final thoughts for the people and let them know what to do if they're watching us here today? And I think Monday we'll be watching the game with everybody. We'll be doing that and then on here after as well. So we'll figure it out.
Oh yeah. So like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications to get this good old Commanders previews and post game coverage. And our post games, you get myself and Byron's live instant reactions of the games, the good, the bad, and of course sometimes it gets ugly. We aim to entertain, we aim to have fun. So check us out. Of course, remember, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and also comment, share. We love the engagement. So yes, that's all well and good. Also, last thing, JD5 over Caleb Williams.
And what time are they meeting you at the yard tomorrow? I know y'all have limited time on the yard tomorrow, by the way. Speaking of goofy, just saying.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I got some things going on Saturday, so I may not even actually make it to campus. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, but they got some events outside for alumni and all that. But they shut down campus at 5. You know what I'm saying? Like it's pretty much campus. They're gonna do the parade and all that stuff in the early morning. Actually, I got some kids at the rec that are performing in the
Nice.
in their like parade in the parade. So I might try to pop out and see the parade. Like that sounds real old to me now, but I might try to do that early on. But pretty much after the game, they gonna shut down campus, and I'm like, oh gosh, like, and I get it in the name of safety, but I remember back in the day, and again, showing my age, sounding real old. We used to be on campus all night. But the YNs got a hold of campus, and some wild stuff has been happening lately, and they've been shutting down the time. It was 7 o'clock, now it's 5 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be honest with you, I may not make it to campus on Saturday, but I got some running around to do on Saturday. So I might link up with Dre for a time or two, probably just one, because he's gonna do everything. But he got it, man. Those days are over for me.
Appreciate it as always, brother. Best 2-man Commanders content in the community. Only place Crevonte give me sports and Commanders coverage how you want it.
When you need it.
Throw your ones up, acknowledges. If you're going to homecoming, be safe, have fun. I know Towson has homecoming. I know Del State has homecoming. A lot of things going on this weekend. We'll be here. We got wrestling. We got Maryland football. We got Ravens. We got Commanders. So we'll be here all weekend, breaking it all down for you. Yeah, go ahead.
Shout out to Del State. Del State. I haven't been able to check it on Deshaun Jackson. But,
him and Vic play tomorrow. I think they're both. Want to get the record? Let me see. Let me find out.
Look at that. Del State and Norfolk. All right.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I could get up there, but we'll see. Yeah. Norfolk is 1-5. Ugh, hold on, I'm gonna show you.
Okay.
Yeah, 1-5. Yeah, it's not looking too good for old Michael Vick right now. Yeah, Dell State's 3-3, so we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it.
Facts.
Yeah.
Oh man, listen, bro.
Yeah.
We lost to Georgetown on a Hail Mary. I had put that. I don't know if I sent it to you on IG, but yeah, we lost to Georgetown. I was like, damn. I was like, Georgetown. I don't think football at all, but yeah, we lost to Georgetown. I guess a couple weeks ago on a Hail Mary, and I was like, that's unfortunate. That's quite unfortunate.
So it'll be a great weekend in the community, in the area. So be safe, have fun. We'll be here with you, breaking it all down, talking about it on Monday. We'll be watching the game. Crevonte will be back on here with us. We got Brother Thoughts. He'll be joining us to talk about the Rams and the Ravens. He's always here. Matter of fact, he'll be with us tonight. We got wrestling in the morning. We got Maryland football. We got Ravens and, of course, Commanders. And, of course, back on Monday for Crevonte, the senior producer, the captain of the Goofy Ship, the Commanderlorain, one half of the Founding Fathers. Appreciate him as always. And each one of you watching, Alex, Shavonda, who else is in that? Raj popped in. Appreciate you. Ace, Don, all of the good people to Flex on. Thank you. Thank you all. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. We're getting out of here. Getting the day started. Thank you for joining us this morning. For Crevonte, yours truly, God's favorite host. We gone, y'all. Have a good day. We'll see you Monday for Commanders coverage and throughout the weekend with plenty more. We got plenty of previews on the channel as well for wrestling and everything else. So stay tuned. Check those out. We'll see you when we see you. Peace. We gone.